Mental health nurse played Chappie on Paranoid. I'm sorry. It's not funny. Uh, mental health nurse played Chappie on paranoid patient's door. For the Americans, Chappie is knock knock runaway. It's Douglas Masson was found to have put the vulnerable patient at risk of psychological and physical harm. That's not funny. I'm reading out the worst part. An Edinburgh mental health nurse has been given a caution order for playing Chappie on the door of a patient with paranoia. Douglas Masson, a nurse at Royal Edinburgh Hospital. Now, a little bit of dank lore. I used to work there as security. I don't know Douglas Masson though. I'm not, due to the sensitive nature of it, I'm not going to say which part I worked in. It was only temporary contract work, but good lord, I saw some things. Had some interesting conversations with people. Let me tell you. Jeez, oh. Yeah, Douglas Masson, a nurse at Royal Edinburgh Hospital, was accused of knocking on the door of the patient and then hiding in September of 2019. That was after I was there. The service user, dubbed Patient A to protect their anonymity, suffered from various mental health conditions, including paranoia, and had been admitted to the hospital in November of 2017, which I think that was around about when I was there. Or was it 2016? I can't remember. About 2015, 2016 is when I was there. The mental health nurse, who has practiced for 30 years, was found to have put the patient at risk of psychological and or emotional harm by doing so. Mr. Masson was also accused of telling the user, "You won't be getting out of here, you are delusional," ahead of their tribunal hearing on October the 2nd, 2019. However, this charge was never proven as the patient's evidence was found to be vague and inconsistent. The Nursing and Midwifery Council, NMC, was told that Mr. Masson recognised it was not the best not the best thing to do, that it was out of character and a matter of poor judgment. Mr. Masson also apologised to patient A and underwent training after the incident. The NMC said, "The panel considered that you should have known that patient A was vulnerable. You were an experienced mental health nurse and were familiar with patient A and his particular care needs. The panel was of the view that although a one-off, your actions were a serious misjudgment and fell well below the standard of clinical care that patient A should have received and therefore amounted to misconduct." It continued, "Nurses occupy positions of privilege and trust in society and are expected at all times to be professional and to maintain professional boundaries. Patients and their families must be able to trust nurses with their lives and the lives of their loved ones. To justify that trust, nurses must make sure that their conduct at all times justifies both their parents' and the public's trust in the profession." Their patients, sorry. Since Mr. Masson was found to have shown genuine remorse for his actions, which he could not explain, the panel gave him a 2-year caution order. Under this, any employer will be on notice that his fitness to practice was found impaired. The notice will be removed after the 2-year period, but will remain on record with the NMC. NHS Lothian has been contacted for comment. Now, when I was there, I never did anything like that. I like to have a chat with the patients. I like to. There was a lot of. There's some you had to watch. Some you had to kind of keep a very close eye on. Some of them were fine. Some of them like they were more a danger to themselves than anybody else. And there was a few in there. There were some that were there and they were arseholes pretty much. And but there was a lot I had like genuine pity on, and I hope a lot of them got better. I'm not going to say names or anything like that, even though I don't work there anymore and I would face zero repercussions. I mean, I'm not going to give the names out of the people that are patients there. But some of them are really nice. Some of them they're really nice, but you can tell something ain't right. But and then some of them, you need 3 of you there before you go in the room. Yeah, get the hose, but yeah, this I'm laughing, but this isn't funny, right? Because I've been in situations where the tiniest thing can fucking set them off, man. I mean, sitting there calm and serene and staring out the window 1 minute, the next minute trashing the room, and trying to like bite nurses and stuff like that. Like, so that's why I'm laughing, right? But stuff like this in a mental health unit, no, because that guy could have came out, and if nobody was there apart from another patient, he could have ran up and, you know, assaulted the other patient thinking it was him, right? So even though I'm laughing, don't do stuff like this.